it's Lee from colouringqueen.net, and today I want to show you my French colouring book. It's based on Disney and based on mandalas. Now, I've had this book for a number of years and it hasn't got smudged at all in storage, which makes me think that it has a smudge-proof cover on it. Because usually my books, when Mummy hasn't loved them for a few years, they get very dirty. So it's divided into chapters and it's in French text. The first chapter is Princesses. Now it has a glue and stitched binding, making it pretty easy to fold over. And there's 100 odd illustrations in this book. They're all printed on both sides of the paper. Some of the illustrations have solid black outlines on them. They vary in line weight. It looks like a number of different artists drew these images, and I suspect that they were all digitally drawn rather than hand drawn. Doesn't really make any difference to me, but some people prefer one over the other. Now I will say that some of the pages have quite a bit of filler or detail or wallpaper or whatever you would like to call it. So some pictures are more of a scene and others are a little bit not quite as artistic as others. So if you don't fancy colouring those, you could always use the reverse side and use markers on the reverse and not worry about ruining the paper on the other side. I would of course pop some paper or a laminate piece of card or something in between so that you don't damage the other side. The paper is actually really quite lovely. So this is the chapter on animals. The paper is a medium quality and it's really quite thick. It's a white paper. It has a little bit of a texture, making it good for pencils. And because it's double-sided, it really is ideal for pencils. Now, as you can see, like some of these illustrations, they're not full element, but that's the artistic design of them. And some of them aren't really that mandala-esque either. So they're pretty lenient with the mandala ideal theme on there. So we've got gorgeous little thumper there. And we've got the Aristocats and 1001 Dalmatians. What I do like, Lady and the Tramp, Finding Nemo, what I do like about this colouring book, Hello Bambi, is that it is a fantastic size for taking away with you, commuting, popping in your handbag, or just, you know, if you move around the house a bit and whatnot. I often like smaller size colouring books because I have more hope of finishing something. I think you guys seen how many whips I've got, and I am the queen of whips, I tell you. So something that I can actually finish in a session, I always like. So some of these illustrations you might want to spend a bit of time on and really arty, really, you know, create some gorgeous artistic looks, but some of them you could just have a bit of fun with, you know, and not worry too much. Like this one would be great if you're practicing your apples. You've got lots of things there to practice with. You got your Snow White and your Seven Dwarfs. So a nice little variety of images. Now, it's not going to be for everyone, this book. If you like more detailed images and more realistic images, you're not really going to like this one. But if you love Disney and you want something sweet and simple and compact, then it's more likely going to suit you. So we've got fantastic creatures, and I'm not sure if my translation is correct. I didn't learn French. We've got Cheshire Cat over there. Actually learnt Spanish and German at school. We've got the heroes over here, but don't tell anyone. I got kicked out of both Spanish and German because I was a horrid child at school. So we've got Alice in Wonderland and Pinocchio, all the favourites, Jungle Boy. and as well new characters as well, so it's really good for all ages and all skill levels as well. That's what's good about it. Now the ink is a black colour or a dull black. In some sections it's been lightened to sort of indicate background and foreground, but on the whole it's a dull black. So here's an example of where it's been lightened there for those triangles. Just so it merges when you colour it with the background and creates sort of more like a painterly effect rather than a lined art effect. But so many pages here. See what I mean? This one's more scenic. And, you know, you have others that have quite a lot of filler around them. Now, if you pop onto Instagram, you'll see that there's, and search the hashtag for this book, or just search Disney colouring book or French Disney colouring book, you'll see that there's a lot of gorgeous pictures that have been coloured in from this book, and people do a fabulous job. Now these are, at the end, we've got the little bookmarks, so there's 3 on the page, and you can cut these out. They're on single-sided paper, and you could laminate them and give them away if you're a nice, generous, kind-hearted person, or keep them all for yourself, or give them away uncoloured to friends and family, or colour them in and give them as a gift, or leave them in the book, or whatever you want. But I think it's nice that there's something different there at the back, and something that you can give to others should you wish to. So that's it for my Disney Mandalas colouring book from France. The links to buy it, as usual, are below the video in the video description, also on my blog at the top and the bottom of the blog post. Until next time, stay safe and happy colouring.